All right, so what is up, my DTSOF family? We are here to give you some big updates and changes and
sort of changes.
Yeah.
You know. Really just filling you guys in on what's been going on, what's
Keeping
currently going
in
on.
The loop.
Yes. So first, Kadimah's going to go over some schedule changes. If you saw the newsletter, then you probably saw that we have made some shifts to those evening classes. Mm-hmm. So we've got 4:30, 5:30, and 6:30 currently.
Mm-hmm. As that will start on April 19th. Now, I do want to preface this with a couple things. This is a trial. What we've realized is that 4:30 seems to continue to have some traffic. 5:45, or what was previously 5:45, was getting packed, meaning that it'd be either 12 spots, and we'd get some clients telling us that they can't get access to those classes. And we also had a strange kind of change as a result of COVID, and some of the 7 p.m. used to be a very, very packed class. It is now the least attended class in the gym. And what we've looked at the numbers, it's less than a half of a person attends the 7 p.m. class a
Only
week.
their legs come.
So one arm and one leg come. They must be expecting thrusters. So because of that, we looked at saying, okay, well, what if we just kept the 4:30 class the same? We only moved the 5:30 class 15 minutes, and then try to continue to give 3 class options just in case someone needed that later option in the afternoon. Now, again, this is a trial period on this class. There's no way this is necessarily set in stone. We're gonna look at the numbers, we're gonna take the feedback from you guys, and if something needs to change, we will definitely take your feedback and input, because we do care. And every change that we make is because we care. So in this case scenario, we're gonna try it for a little bit. If it doesn't work and we can figure out another way to accommodate and help people, we will definitely do so. So you'll see that April 19th will be the first date of the new class schedule. And so please tell us, or tell someone. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to message us, text message, direct message.
Yes.
Tell one of the coaches.
Yes.
They give us your feedback as well. So we're happy. We want to hear what you have to say, what works for your schedules, what kind of adjustments you guys would be able to make there. But first of all, we just want to thank you guys for your patience. Obviously, this year, last year, it's been weird. So we have done our best to stay ahead of the curve, to be proactive and do everything in our power to make your experience phenomenal. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your understanding. Thank you for kind of making those small pivots with us, as we have kind of had to change a lot of things about our business due to COVID, and keeping people safe and keeping people separated. So we are still doing our best to make sure that we keep protocols and things in line, to serve everyone as best as we can. And make sure that you're comfortable. So we want to talk about kind of the things that we look to achieve in our classes and in your experience here. So the kind of things that we have taken in are, what are the most important movements that you guys do? How safe and effective are those for class? So kind of going into more of a programming / class experience conversation here.
Yeah, so I think one of the first things we looked at was, what are the most important movements that are also safe for class to do? Like, what are the things that we know for sure that you need to have? And what do we consider some of the movements that are unnecessary for regular life to continue? And also, like, from a logistical coaching standpoint, how could we make sure that we could coach these movements as best as possible? So some of your more high-risk movements that we consider would be like, a handstand push-up, for instance, would be what I consider a high-risk movement. There's very little carryover in any other area besides a competition-related standpoint. And for most, I could say this, feeling very confident, most of our clients don't necessarily need to do a handstand push-up. There's too much risk. And when you're teaching a group of people in that class, the minor details that need to be told to each client gets very, very difficult. So it's just not a movement that I feel good in the conscience of teaching that movement on a regular basis. If someone has that I would say in a one-on-one setting, no problem. I would love to teach you that. But in a group setting, I don't think it's a movement worth the risk. So.
Yeah, so there's been a couple of movements that you've noticed, maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't, but that we've kind of subtracted from the programming. It's not a lot, but we've also added a lot of movements that we think are really cool and dynamic and beneficial to your training. So another question we ask ourselves is, how do we get people fitter?
Yes.
Faster?
Yes. How
do we keep you safe, do movements that are going to work, and how are you going to get stronger and in better shape, right? Lose weight, get stronger, feel better, not feel like death the rest of the week from your workouts, not have nagging injuries all the time. You actually leave here feeling better, not just mentally, but physically.
Yeah. And I think part of that is some of the experimentation that we've been messing with, whether we've been testing workouts or incorporating more bodybuilding style of training, because we figured out that, and really kind of discovered on our own, that it helps to prevent injury. And so dealing with the tempo stuff that I know that's not everybody's favorite, but when we did those front squats the other day, I know several people, they won't name any names here.
Oh, you wanted to really
bad. Really but they did their front squats and it was close to a personal best, and we have not even done any strength cycles as of late. And as we've been experimenting with these different things, and their bottom position was really, really good. And so super excited at the development of this, and we're finally ready to talk more about it.
Yeah.
And also, one of the things is, how do we have more fun? How do we make the class fun? To continue to have the dialogue and the closest of that close-knit family that you're used to. And so these are all things in consideration that we thought about, that we wanted to give you an update on today.
Mm-hmm. So I think to kind of update you guys, fill you in on where we are going moving forward is, let's talk about the programming. I know that that's a question for a lot of you guys. What are we going to do? What is it going to look like? What are we going to be doing tomorrow? Oh my goodness. So what's going to happen is we are going to basically break the year up into trimesters, into 3 sections, so in 4-month increments. And then you will have certain strength cycles that you go through that are, you'll see 2 days a week pop up where it's, you're like, okay, we're in a back squat, or we're in a press, or whatever cycle. So you kind of see those repetition over those movements for 4 weeks, and then we'll move on to another kind of core or baseline movement that we think is going to, potentially make everything stronger. All right. So after that we'll be having a week of testing. So the testing is going to vary a bit, but it will have some 1 rep maxes, some strength component tests, not only 1 rep maxes, but you're also going to have definitely some benchmark workouts that you've probably done before, and that if you have not been with us long, you will definitely do again. So that aspect is going to be here, and those weeks will definitely be announcing, making sure everybody knows, hey, it's test week, make sure you're in all 5 days during the week, so that we can have really good benchmarks to go off of from that point.
Yeah, and that'll definitely be a week that you'll want to track, put your numbers in SugarWOD, and so that you have some reference to go back to. The cool thing about it is, essentially every month you're going to have 2 movements, 2 strength-related movements that you're going to be doing a cycle of for that entire month. Mm-hmm. And we looked at and said, hey, these are the ones that we consider the most important, that will make your fitness the most well-rounded, and that'll carry over to other things. And so we looked at, how are we going to structure these within the week? And there will be a format that all of you guys will have advance notice on what they are. Mm-hmm. That format will not change month to month. What's really cool about that is, we've been very open and said, hey, look, we know that some of you like it so much that you look 2 and 3 weeks ahead, because we've had programming in there 2 and 3 weeks ahead. Well, now you're going to be able to see a lot longer in advance, most likely, because we will have it programmed so far in advance for you to be able to see. You'll know what strength movements are coming next. We'll have previews of them or what we're trying to accomplish. Those things that you love to hate, tempo, sometimes high rep sets, guess what? They're coming back. But the thing is, they're gonna make you stronger. As fun / not fun as they are, the heavy lifting is gonna be back, and it's gonna be back in a very structured and smart way. And so we look forward to that. If you were here for yesterday's workout, which was the Cindy on 1 minute, the DT on the other minute, just full of spice with everything nice, and then you had the cardio piece on the other minute. Just think about that, but not every day, but you'll have some spiciness that'll come. You have some longer workouts that's gonna help, so you're not getting smashed into the ground every day. We cannot continue to just grind you. It's not good for anybody.
So you can expect the new strength cycles to begin on May 3rd. That's where you will start noticing those movements, and we're going to definitely be transparent about what strength cycle we are in, what strength cycle is coming, when test week is. I cannot remember exactly what week test week falls on, but we'll basically go through 4 months. Starting on May 3rd, we'll go through 4 months of training, and then we'll have our first official test week. So this will be cyclical and just rinse and repeat over and over and over again. That does not mean your workouts will be the same. So
correct.
Let me make that very clear. You will not be doing the same thing every day.
If anything, we hope that this helps you plan.
Yeah.
Right? And gives you a deep dive into what we're trying to do. And we hope that this helps to accommodate what your goals are. If we have not touched that, please feel free to reach out to us. We do like feedback.
We love it.
So
we love it, good, bad, ugly, whatever you think.
Yes,
we want to know.
Helps us get better.
Absolutely. So please feel free to message us, email us, carrier pigeon us. That is my favorite source of communication. If you can make that happen, I would greatly appreciate it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. We love you all very much. Thank you for being members at our gym. We are very appreciative and love each and every one of you. We will see you next week.